and Bhairava Puja or any of these puja were not in Buddhism.
Exactly.
It's a culture.
Yes.
And
Folklore, belief, myth.
Can you imagine this point where you want to not believe it, and somebody in your house gets sick,
And then
and
you
Kumar
feel
comes to
guilty.
me and says, "That's the reason because she's wearing a frog,
Yeah.
stolen your."
She's wearing
You're
a
not
Murad
looking
Ismail
at me.
frog. Show the other eye. There are two eyes.
Oh yeah, covering
Yeah.
one eye.
That was a gift to me.
I must say how this frog story came out. Right? Something happened, and you were talking about owls, and says, "I collect frogs." He said.
Yes.
If you take the world, architects, there are many female architects that are known, even in Sri Lanka.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Because it's an on-field job, or
No,
It's a man's job.
I mean,
No.
I think that architects in general will lose their jobs to AI in the future. Because now you just capture a space and then you'll get so many different looks instantly, and then
it'll wipe out every single commercial architect.
The name of the game is Fame Game. I'm here with my co-host Rozanne at the Cinnamon Lakeside, Colombo, and our guest, Murad Ismail. Why so serious?
I'm not.
I love his jacket, the color.
Yes, and Rozanne is wearing a Murad Ismail creation,
Give me a close-up.
which he brought for me and which she temporarily borrowed.
Almost a year ago.
Almost here. Yes, thank you, Murad. Thank you so much. Murad, you prefer to be under the radar and not above the radar, and you're a very low-key person. So, why did you say yes to me? Yes to us?
We are friends.
Yes.
That's it.
So, thank you for saying yes. If you only know what you're in for.
No, it's not that I stay away, but I'd like to be.
Private.
No, just under the radar.
You want your work to speak. Is that the reason behind it?
I don't know how to answer that. I do my work the way I like to do it, and I don't know. I just like to be under the.
Are you possessive of your work? Of your creations, as
No.
I would call them? No?
No.
Done, dusted, gone? Building a
Yeah,
house and
because
apartment,
it's done for someone else,
okay.
and
So you don't have a
once-
connection towards it.
I do, but it becomes stressful.
To let go.
So yeah, no, I mean it's done for other people and understanding other people. It's not just me doing something I like.
Did you ever do something and think, oh, I wish I had this?
No.
I want to keep it?
No.
You should never be an architect then, because you want to keep all the houses you do.
Here his answers are very short. This is going to be a tough
No,
interview.
it's not.
No.
It's not going to be short. Don't worry. But I'm saying is I come from a science background, right? So it's a little different the way I think. I love doing things for people, understanding the person. So therefore, it doesn't really suit me. So why would I keep it?
So how do you understand the client? You like months and months of get to knowing each other, or you just look at them and decide?
There are a lot I have looked and decided against, but no, it's you have to understand the lifestyle of a person to do something for them. Even if
So
it's
you have like an interview.
no, it's just understanding the person. Even in a hotel, I mean, anyone can do a hotel, but I think the idea is what would make someone come back to it next year without going anywhere else. So it's a psychology. So I enjoy doing that. So if it's your house, it will be very different to how I would live. Anyway, you always go mad the way I live. So
So I've heard.
yeah, so basically, I do that side. It's an R&D basically. I don't do the home industry of making pharmaceuticals by putting the powder into the capsule. I do the powder. So
okay.
it's R&D, and I enjoy doing the powder. Capsule, anyone can put it in.
So someone comes with a lot of money. Look, I want this house. I want this, and you don't think it's quite okay, and you would try to convince that person. But it's his money and not your money.
Correct.
You're just the supplier of a house, I
Correct.
suppose. So in that sense, do you clash with your clients, saying no, you should do it this way or not that way?
I probably have a reputation of clashing, but I don't. Because why a client would go or person would go through things and try to understand what they like and dislike is because they're clueless. And if they do go to an architect who's also like that, then there is no point going to that person.
True.
So it's us who understands, okay, what are they getting at actually?
That's why they come to him, because they know that he knows better
No,
than them.
there are a lot. Yeah, probably. Yeah, you don't go to a doctor and say how
Exactly.
you treat until you're dead. Yeah. So, but basically, yeah. So understanding that lifestyle. But yeah, you're right about the final product, which is, see, okay, in a funny sense, what we do is if you were to design a human body, you need to know how it sort of works. That's what we call idiot work. It doesn't change much. So your heart has to be in the right place to pump blood to certain places. You have your brain in a proper place, so on, and you do that, and then you have this outer cover to really protect those things. And that's where I think architecture is. So it sort of works well, it feels well, it sort of suits you well, and then the skin comes on, which is permanent but also changeable. But the clothes are completely your thing. So generally in housing, the clothes part I let go a lot.
You let the client decide.
I do that because it's
It's
there.
because you're older and
by
more
that
mature?
time they've learned what to do, what not to
Sorry,
do.
you let go because you're older and more mature, or
I was like that from day one.
okay.
He
But-
let goes because he
Yeah.
knew it's not his.
Yeah, not also that, but wouldn't you like to be a part of what you own? I'm not talking about hotels and stuff.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
much more
Yeah,
sophisticated.
house.
Well, houses are more sophisticated, but hotels have a certain level of what we get it wrong all the time in this country is a psychology to get clients back. But in a home, wouldn't you like to be part of what you own?
Of course.
Simple. So we allow you to do that, and I do. I don't know. You need to be a part. By that time, they have fallen into track. They've understood
They've
what I'm
understood,
trying
yes.
to do. They've little understood why the door is in one place and not in the other. They understand all that.
Talking of doors, you cannot have 3 doors in one line. Do you
Okay,
subscribe to that? Always one door
So
is.
there is this thing called Vastu, which is actually meaning architecture. So you have the Indian version of it, where you have the quadrants.
Yeah.
They believe in
The Chinese version of
Chinese version, which is feng shui. Then you have the Sri Lankan version, which of course changes from
it. Yeah.
the
I think the
each
Sri
person
Lankan one changed.
completely changes
Okay.
from person to person.
Dorowal Tuna one line, you
That's all
subscribe to
Sri
that?
Lankan belief of Vastu.
Myths.
Well, I can't say that. So the even numbers of doors or odd numbers of windows to rafters.
So do you incorporate all that when you
Well,
when you
I
design a
do
house?
if you believe in it. I
depends
do.
on the
And
client.
I
If the
do
client
a lot.
believes in
Yeah,
it, you do.
Indian Vastu I do a lot.
Okay.
Because
In Sri Lanka?
even Sri Lanka and also in India, whether it's hotel, whatever we do. Sri Lankan one generally is a complete hodgepodge because it changes with the mix.
we don't know
of,
what we want.
mix of Vastu. It changes depending on the priest you go to or depend. Feng Shui also is quite specific. We do a bit of that when it's a sort of a East Asian clan. But yeah, it doesn't. I mean, there are hindrances and blocks, but you create around it. 90% of people follow us too.
The Bahirama Puja, okay, that's belief.
Yeah,
And that will never change.
feel good.
Feel good. But those who have not done it right, they say they're stuck with
all
curse
here.
and stuck with that and that and that.
Yeah,
Debatable, right?
yeah, of course. Okay, so I studied Buddhism for 8 years, and Bhairava Puja or any of these puja were not in Buddhism.
Exactly.
It's a culture.
Yes.
And
Folklore, belief, myth.
Can you imagine this point where you want to not believe it, and somebody in your house gets sick,
And then
and
yeah, you
Kumar
feel
comes to
guilty.
me and says, "That's the reason."
Murad did it.
When you're in that position
Yeah.
only, you
So they generally follow
Hang on the
all
last
these
straw.
things, but Buddhism does not have any of this. It's a culture that came from Sakyan kingdom. So yeah, we follow that. All those are. I mean, architecture is a solution to a problem, and these
Solution
are
to a
problems.
problem.
Yeah, it's always a solution to a problem. I mean,
Yeah.
any creative thing is.
Yes.
I mean, architecture is not creative. Anyone can do it if you understand. But
well, I don't believe that.
anything is creative.
But architecture, anyone
Is
can
creative.
do.
You think it's art? No, it's not. I mean, everything is creative. Even to write a letter is creative.
Yeah, but
In Sinhalese they say hit washi karanna liyamak liwa. It's creative, but creative comes with a lot of knowledge. It's not like you're born tomorrow.
Exactly.
You're born today and tomorrow you're sketching something. It has to work. It has to. You feel right. Simple things scientifically. You have a corridor, like 20, 30 rooms walk. How you break it up to make it a little more interesting and little more tedious. I mean, those don't come through just being creative. It's education with the ability to create.
also.
Even if you're a lawyer, I mean, not the letters they write, but even to fight a case, you have to be creative.
Think out of the box a little bit.
Of course. Everyone has to. Otherwise, you're mundane. You're one of them.
Have you ever had a creative block where you were told to do something and you're like,
Every day.
Every day.
seriously?
Of course you do.
Then we go blank on the show. And then I look at
You're
that
not
and
going to
see
go
her.
blank today because she's wearing a frog.
Yeah.
Stolen your frog.
She's wearing
You're
a
not
Murad
looking
Ismail
at me.
frog. Show the other eye. There are two eyes.
Oh yeah, I'm covering one eye.
That was a gift to me.
I must say how this frog story came out, right? Something happened and you were talking about owls and says, I collect frogs, he said.
Yes.
So we met at the Miss Sri Lanka, I think.
Yeah.
2 years ago. Anudeep is here.
Yeah.
And that's how we got chatting.
I know this, yeah.
What's your take on Minek De Silva?
He's got
I
a
mean,
block now.
no. I think she's an inspiration to women architects and men at the time because it's internationally acclaimed. Why I was quiet was that I have a weird theory that I'm pushing out in office and I'm trying to change it. If you take the world, architects, there are many female architects that are known, even in Sri Lanka.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Because it's an on-field job, or
No,
It's a
I
man's
mean,
job,
I mean,
no?
so
Maybe we have a near resource, huh?
we've been debating this a long time in office, and my final theory is very simple. You gave a lady to do something or a girl to do something, and it's done. You give a man to do something, 90% there's excuse, there's delay, there's all sorts of things, and somehow people who are spending money and have this notion of creativity maybe feel the man would have gone through everything to come to
the final conclusion.
where the female would just deliver. I think. I mean, even
So
for me,
fast is not generally the best.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. I wish there are more female architects known even in Sri Lanka. I mean, we can count them. I mean, but that's why I was quiet because Minet could have inspired many more to get to that known level. I'm not saying there aren't. Don't mean all the female architects will be at my doorstep tomorrow. No, I'm not saying that. But I think men get undue recognition compared to women architects. That's all I'm saying. Controversial.
Gender-based?
Yeah, but
Gender bias?
You tend to think that, as you said,
Yeah.
creative field will be more female. It's the same as chefs, right? It's weird.
Yeah. Do you think that architects in general will lose their jobs to AI in the future? Because now you just capture a space and then you'll get so many different looks instantly, and then
It'll wipe out every single commercial architect who just delivers
commercial
stuff.
Yeah,
architect.
who will just deliver something beautiful to you.
Okay.
You said wipe out. Huh?
It'll wipe out.
Wipe out completely.
Why would you need that? You feed everything in and you get a product.
Yeah. And you get
But-
various options also.
But
quickly.
yeah, but it's the same as the tailor, right? Now tailor becomes exclusive.
Yeah. No designers. Just tailor is enough.
Yeah.
No, but I'm not comparing designer. I'm comparing garment
Oh,
production
Okay.
to tailor. Now tailor becomes exclusive, but the
True.
tailor has to be doing things to suit you, and the designer who actually designs individually should design to suit you or make you look better.
Customize it.
Yeah, it becomes exclusive, and they are going to really flourish. But if you are going to be commercial, where you just have something and you do beautiful things, AI is going to deliver that in an hour. But I think it's good.
Yeah.
I think it's good that AI is there.
Like the mobile phone on Rozanne's lap is hooked to
Giving me a
ChatGPT
lot
now
of- yes.
and giving Rozanne all those very
Questions.
intelligent
No,
questions to
You
ask
don't
Murad.
take that credit out of
And
me and
on
give
that
it to
note,
AI.
we're going to our first
Yeah.
break
I
on the
should-
show.
I should take my
we
phone
meet
off
you
fast.
after this break on the show. Shush, everybody. And after Rozanne gets some new batch of questions from ChatGPT, break on the show. Hi, I'm Kumar,
I'm Rozanne,
and welcome to Fame Game
Season 4,
at the iconic Cinnamon Lakeside.
Colombo.
That I'm ever gonna give you up, 'cause I never ever felt this much, no. So maybe this is something I can change, 'cause every time that I try to run from your love, it's like
So back to a Fame Game with our guest Murad Ismail. And we'd like to thank our sponsors, Ugo Bespoke for
Your lovely jacket.
Jacket Serbia, and
Ramzi
Ramzi
Fernando.
Rahman for making that one look $1 million, which he is not, and also to Ramani Fernando salons for my hair and beard. So
Your hair.
my hair and beard. Okay. There's a bit of don't worry.
I understand you. In that aspect, the way he looked. with
He's
your
grey, I'm
hair.
not grey. That's the difference.
Yeah, wisdom.
Murad, you worked on the Wesley College heritage building, iconic old pavilion.
Why do you bring that?
There was my school, obviously. You know the answer. What was the challenge to preserve identity, but still make it modern and to build that mezzanine flow and to do that whole thing?
The biggest challenge were the people,
People like him.
the Wesleyites.
I understand you now.
But
Can we move on to the next?
well, let me give you an example of how and why, or why and how you should renovate and restore buildings. If you're going to restore a building for museum purposes, it's a completely different story. If you want it to be there for another 200 years, you need to make it usable in modern days. Example, a vintage car or old crop has to have a proper horn, proper signals, probably AC now. But I mean, you can send it, right? But if you want it to be used daily, there are certain legal issues that you have to implement or comfort issues. That doesn't really destroy the car. It becomes a development through time. Right? So Wesley College obviously had this pavilion with two or one small changing room and a pavilion for few parents to watch. But the requirement for a team today is much more. And over the years, they had taken the sides off for other purposes. So expansion, in a sense, was not possible. So that's why we decided to slip in independent platform to make
You
it.
say platform, okay.
I didn't want to say floor because
Yeah, okay.
so that you double the area, almost double the area, to house in today's context your team meetings and so on. That's all it was. Plus, unlike the good old days, you can't keep it open. Not only that there are animals coming in, but there are also humans coming in. So found a way to shut it down as well. That's it. That's all it was. Nothing much. Some things that we had to restore, we actually derived from the school next door, like the railings and stuff like that.
Yes,
Actually,
I saw the
we
railings
actually
on the balcony which were
derived,
reproduced.
maybe just to suit the requirement.
requirement.
Yeah, not copy really, but put it in.
Do you ever switch off of being an architect?
Yeah, I do so many things, so I have to switch off.
Like no, example, if you go to a certain place, do you always
I switch off.
think
It's
oh,
switched. Completely
you don't
switched.
judge
No,
the
no,
place,
no,
you
no,
don't want
no,
to change it?
No.
Oh.
No.
That's
I
nice.
have a few friends who would arrange the house if I come because I'll pass out
Yeah,
comment.
exactly.
But I just switch off because I know how personal the home
It
is.
happens automatically, or you have
No,
to
it's,
force yourself
it's
to do it?
knocked off.
I should learn.
And
that.
there are some people who come and say, "What do you think?" I just switched off. I can't, I don't put it on.
Or you say you have
even
to pay me
another
to get
person.
get
No, not really. I mean, it's like this. If you are a chef, everywhere you go, you want to taste the food and check whether
That
it's
happens with us every time it happens with me every time I go to a show. I want to judge and I want to criticize, or I want to. That's a bad habit, right?
It takes a lot of your time, right?
No wonder you're so stressed out.
You do the same.
Let
Every
go.
time you see someone
No,
training, every time you
just
see
let go.
a beauty queen, you judge
Just
and
let go.
you're like,
No, we'll all judge that. I will. Judge.
no, he
That's
judges.
different. You're
judges.
talking about housing. I judge people.
So back to
I sit on the
houses.
street and look at people. I don't judge
Back
buildings.
to houses, back to habitation. So we had these old Mahagewal with the tiled roofs and the small windows, dark rooms, and they worked very well at that time.
Yeah.
But now the requirement is different. Why don't those old dark rooms still function today with the cool
No,
automatic
it's
So
cool
called
system?
height
it's
and
it's okay. I come from a science background, and I'll tell you the actual story. So they had smaller windows, make the place darker, so that you have less light coming in and less heat. But that also means it was damp,
Oh yes.
right? And grandparents' houses, the roof leaked. You hold the bucket, the aluminium bucket. Then obviously you clean it. You're okay. It is only because we never had electronics. We had electricals.
Oh.
So we didn't have electronics. We didn't have phones. We didn't have even the
Devices.
radio was a transistor. It was electrical. We didn't have electronics, which cannot take moisture. So today you live in a house like that. Your phone, your iPad will have a patch of.
Green.
So you take everything into consideration.
No, I don't know.
scientifically, or-
I'm just giving you the scientific background of why it is not going to work living in a Balawa today. You need to waterproof it. You need to do a lot more things. You have to take the dampness out. Those days, I don't know about clothes smelling, but how you kept it. It didn't really bother society. But for me, the main thing was electronics and electricals. Your kettle was, your iron was not electronic. Even the electrical old irons were, like today.
Basic
But today, the electronics that you have, from your watch to your chargers to televisions to everything, is electronic. It doesn't really behave with the moisture. And we need the sunlight to come in now.
So when one renovates an old house to make it a modern boutique hotel or whatever, then one changes a lot of things.
I would,
to bring
yes.
light, ventilation.
Yes. Even if you don't bring light in, you'll block moisture somehow.
Yeah.
With that they are
So windows become larger, obviously.
Well, if you're going to restore something, you're not going to make the windows larger.
You can't, yes.
You don't. But you protect everything from water and all that. Of course, you have to add bathrooms. We've done a lot of them. But you need to make it habitable today. You don't want your clothes smelling or fungus or whatever. So there are many ways. And you can't be a purist.
No, that's the word.
Yeah, and the purist environmentalists are also a joke to me, because you have things called environmental or eco-friendly hotels, and they're using sticks and stones to do it. But if you're going to build something that should last 100 years, you might as well use material that is going to last 100 years. And to me, we have to first look after 7 billion people before we talk about environment. And how you minimize it is probably, if you use a material, how much energy does it take to make that material, and how much energy would it give back? And if it gives more back, then it's somewhat environmentally friendly. So if you're using materials that are going to last 5 years or 10 years to have a 200-year-old product, then you're going to you're going to keep on, to sustain it, you're going to keep on adding, poison to look after them. So, for example, timber. I'm not saying timber is bad, but you need to understand what environmental construction is. So you have people talking about what happens if all the houses were bricks. Brick to me is the most environment damaging thing in the country, because you're taking it from the riverbanks and you're having erosion and floods. So you have to, it's environmental economics in my view. I may be wrong, this is my view.
But can this argument go in a circle, in a never-ending circle?
It goes.
So who's right, who's wrong? There's no right and wrong.
There is right and wrong. It's just that, it's lovely to be environmentally friendly. Word. But actually, are you?
So what is actual environmental friendly?
Yeah, so minimum damage to the environment is the story.
Yeah.
So if, for example, you take iron ore and it takes energy to make iron out of it, a lot of heat, whatever, there's a certain energy that is spent on making that. But if it can give back to you much more than we have used to make it, then that has a deficit. That's all I'm saying. But if you want to do that with timber, for example, what the steel can do, and you have these huge logs being put in, okay, so they'll say it's grown to cut and it's environmentally fine, biodegradable, all that. And then you have a situation where 5 years down the line, it's going to be a little, you need to sustain, arsenic coatings and
so
all that.
it's a huge misconception.
Not misconception, it's my view. So
looking into your view, I think you are correct, because
if you look at the environment LEED certificate, they say material cannot come beyond 1,000 kilometers, which says transportation and all. Or it's also saying try and use material within your
Area.
So it's not going to say what material. You have to use AC, air conditioning. So you don't use CFC anymore, you use HFC. So things have changed.
Yeah.
But if you don't look after, say you have forget about the 7 billion people, if there is a village who are really poor and no food, can you tell them, can you not kill animals in the forest or cut trees? You can't.
Yeah.
So my first priority with minimal damage to the environment. Now this is becoming a bit serious, and you need to sustain what we do.
True.
And we are all environment friendly. Sri Lanka's all buildings are environment friendly. We send enough light in, and when we block the light for shade, we use material that are affordable, so it is within the space. No, I'm not talking majority.
Generalizing,
Majority. Right. So we have always been somewhat environment friendly, using natural resources and ventilation.
So environment friendly and eco friendly.
Same.
Same thing, right?
Same. It's a
On
same.
these two words, so this major heat wave in Europe, maybe in France. The French voted not to have, at the Paris Agreement, not to have air conditioning because it would harm them. But see what's happened now. You would need to have AC in certain places. It's a requirement today.
Always, yeah. Because your usage, your time you put in work, you do have it. So I think, again, efficiency. What do you want?
Yeah, it
You
boils
want
down to efficiency.
and
Managing that.
managing efficiency and
The
efficiency in
deficit
all
management.
aspects. It's no point just screaming and shouting about something when you actually have to do. Say you have to work in this environment, and in this environment we don't have space. We have 50 people in this room. Then putting lights, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's environment economics as far as I'm concerned. I'm not arguing with biodegradable material. And if you just imagine today, if plastic was not invented,
There'll be a huge void in certain industries.
everything
Yeah,
is how and what you use it for.
true.
But just imagine today if plastics and nylon 66, which is polyester,
So when we were children, plastic was not there.
correct?
Elephant House ice cream was in cardboard boxes. We went to the all wrapped
Paper
up
bags.
paper, the gutters
Yeah.
with newspaper with the black ink coming, and the
We had
Apples
aluminium.
came
We had
in the
aluminium, right?
we had
paper
aluminium,
bags.
but and there was glass.
And aluminium, what it is now,
Yes.
right? They found that it's
Yes,
a tin. It was more tin. It was not
it was tin.
aluminium.
It was tin.
But I'm not even talking about wraps. I'm talking about everything you see here.
True.
From the cameras to everything. It's what you use it for. Yes, using it for a one-off bag or a bottle of water, I understand. But today we have that argument doesn't come into play, because now the ethylene they're making is biodegradable also. So we evolve. We demolish by using things for granted, but we evolve. It takes a long time to transfer to using it properly. So for me, one of the magical materials ever made was plastic.
Magical.
Yeah, it's magical. Everything is plastic.
Yeah. You can't find anything
Yeah,
that
true.
has no plastic.
Nothing. Inside your phone, your ICs, your little electronics. It's what you use it for. It's like this.
And how you use
You-
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
we have a brain. It's like saying you're very impressed with a rocket shooting into space. I'm sorry, I'm talking nuts, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense.
And rocket shooting into space is propelled by, it's like a skyrocket.
Yeah.
Every action has a equal reaction. And everybody's impressed with that. But nobody thinks how impressive is to float a jet on the air.
I've always thought that when I was flying.
It's also the same concept, but it's the other way about. So, you know what I mean? We evolve, and we are a bit too arrogant to just think outside the box, because we love to stick to saying, okay,
I think we're lazy or convenience.
I'm a timber guy, I'm an aluminium guy, I'm a this thing. You can't do that.
True.
Murad, our last question on the show. So you...
I also have a last
Okay,
question.
one before the last. Go.
Okay. So,
So we went off, right? But
yeah,
it's
but
okay.
it was very informative.
Educative, yes.
It's, again, I have to say it's my view.
Of course.
I don't.
It's better than our view anyway.
No, I mean, everybody will have a view. So
Any iconic structure or building that you have thought, if I built this, I would have done it in this way or better or what? Anything that you can think of? Or globally?
yeah. So globally, most people are looking at a building, which to me is sculpture. Okay, so most people can think and do that sculpture. You name any building, Empire State Building, the Burj Khalifa. It actually was put into perspective to me by an Egyptian British architect called El Wakil. They're sculptures, but what the actual architecture is how it works inside, how people feel when you walk. So when you see something, I would do it like this, doesn't come into play to me.
So it's not only a visual thing.
It's not a visual.
Yeah.
So the visual, you can say, what a Hottit building.
Yeah.
Or the Acorn building, phallic symbol in every city. Or the Nelum Kuluna, which has to be a Nelum Kuluna instead of a symbolic Nelum.
I get
So
it.
you
It
can
makes
argue.
sense now.
But,
Yeah.
But architecture is about the space and how you feel inside, how you open a door and see
And
something.
maximize the usage in that space.
And also, what you feel. You're working the human mind. So,
Super.
yes, there are many buildings. I think, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
But then that's a sculpture. And each sculpture is different, right?
Right. Never thought of it that way. Now I'm going to look at all the
Now you
buildings
know why
and-
I'm
Yes.
arrogant.
Yeah.
Because I keep my mouth shut.
But I love to make you
Yes,
talk.
same here. I think one show with you is not enough. There's so many questions.
Murad, okay, leaving your arrogance aside,
Please don't say that.
I'm just quoting you.
Teach us guys.
We should get him again to understand his fun side. Now
Yeah,
he's
there's a
become
whole,
very
other side to it.
serious.
Yes. So,
Well, you all are serious.
yeah,
you
because-
asked me something.
no, but it was nice
was-
talking.
yeah.
Of all the structures and buildings and
Yeah, it's
edifices
serious.
you
Maybe
have
again.
wait, you have created or built, okay, which one
You don't want to put your name on.
is you?
All of them.
A piece of him in
All of them.
every.
Okay.
The use has a part to play, but all of them. I have nothing to say unless I walked out of it. Yeah, there were a couple.
You have walked out on
Yeah,
it.
you have. Yes, you have. You have. Yeah.
But
Okay.
all of them, I will take responsibility, and my enjoyment has been 100%. Till I hand it over. I don't know after that because I don't really get involved unless they want. But all of them, from a small kiosk to resort, is same. I enjoy it. So I'm not really.
No regrets?
Many regrets.
Seriously?
Oh, yes. But then I don't harp on that.
You move on.
There are destructions happening with new owners to them, but then that's their thing, right? They own it. So I can't.
You have to learn how to let go like him.
No, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
But I can because I
still
get on
hold
to
on to
another
my
one like that. At the same time, you get on to another one. So you can take your mind off that. So,
You want to close? Close.
I just want to think now.
Oh my goodness, it's got philosophical now.
Think of me. Roseanne, think of me.
I want the t-shirt back. Murad,
Thank you, Murad,
no,
for the lovely
no, that's fine. That's
And
fine.
this I'm going to return
No.
because it doesn't belong on my finger.
No,
This is too heavy for me, but this is so comfy.
no.
Okay, close. We need to
Close.
go.
Murad, thank you very much for being our guest on the show. Pleasure talking to you.
We'll have him again.
Yes, I want to know the fun side of Murad.
Wear a t-shirt and come next time. Like
I'm always.
And let's chill. So thank you very much once again. So we catch you again at Cinema Lakeside next week at the same time on a little device in your hand, hopefully.
we can.
Bye.